Hello and welcome to Deck Builders Hamilton, where we talk all things outdoor living. Today we're going to talk about permits for decks and porches, and why they matter more than most people think. When you're excited about a new deck or porch, it's easy to jump straight to picking materials and looking at layouts. Permits can feel like a slow, boring part of the process. But here's the thing. Permits exist to protect you, your family, and your investment. So, when do you usually need a permit? While exact rules depend on where you live, there are some common patterns. If your deck is a certain height above the ground, it often needs a permit. If it's attached to your house instead of being completely freestanding, it may need one. If you're adding a roof over a porch, building stairs, or changing the footprint of your outdoor structure, that can trigger permit requirements too. Why does height matter so much? Because the higher off the ground you go, the more impact a fall could have, and the more stress the structure has to handle. Permits help make sure the posts are sized correctly, the beams and joists can carry the load, and the railings are strong enough to protect people on the deck. Permits also lead to inspections. That might sound intimidating, but inspections are another layer of protection. An inspector isn't there to make life hard. They're there to confirm that what was built matches the plans and basic safety rules. They look at connections, spacing, support, and other details that matter for long-term strength. If you build without a permit when one is required, a few things can happen. In some cases, no one notices right away, but problems can show up later, especially when you go to sell your home. A buyer's inspector might point out that the deck doesn't appear to have been permitted. You could then be asked to get a late approval, make changes, or even remove and rebuild parts of the structure. In more serious cases, local authorities can issue fines or require changes if unpermitted work is discovered. At Tough Deck Builders Hamilton, we believe it's better to handle permits clearly and honestly from the start. We look at your project, check local requirements, and talk through what approvals are needed. For many homeowners, we handle permit drawings and submissions as part of the project, so you don't have to guess what paperwork is needed. If you ever hear a contractor say, "We can skip the permit to save time," that's a big red flag. It may feel faster in the short term, but it hands you the risk if anything goes wrong later. A strong, safe deck or porch is meant to last for many years. Getting it approved properly is part of making sure it does. If you're thinking about a new deck, porch, or major outdoor change and want it done the right way, you can reach Tough Deck Builders Hamilton at 513-895-9287 or visit toughdeckbuildershamilton.com to learn more. Thanks for listening to Deck Builders Hamilton. Permits may not be the most exciting topic, but they're a key part of building outdoor spaces you can trust.